I thank everyone who came. Basically, today we're going to have a demonstration in support of the people of Palestine. This is basically the International Day of al-quds. I'll start this program basically with the recitation of Surah al-Hajj. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Maliki yawm al-Din. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful, Master David, He alone. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord of all the world, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Master of Day Judgment. Be alone to be worshipped and be alone to be asked for help. Guide us on the right path, the path of those upon whom thou hast bestowed favor. None of those who have heard thy wrath, nor those who submit. I also begin this program with praise of Allah for bringing us all here together today. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. O Allah, we beseech Thee by Thy mercy which encompasses all things, and by Thy power by which Thou overcomest all things, and submits to it all things, and humblest before it all things, and by Thy might which Thou hast conquered all things, and by Thy majesty against which nothing can stand up, and by Thy grandeur which prevails upon all things, and by Thy authority which is exercised over all things, and by Thy own self that shall endure forever after all things have vanished, and by Thy names which manifest Thy power over all things, and by Thy knowledge which pervades all things, and by Thy might of the countenance which ruleth everything. O Thou who art the might, O Thou who art most holy, O Thou who existed before the foremost, O Thou who shall exist after Thee last. Today, we are gathered here for the day of al-quds. The day when we all stand up against the oppressors in support of all the oppressed. This is the day that separates hypocrites from real leaders. This is the day supporters of oppression will try to put obstacles in front of you to stop you from demonstrating. So really we should thank Allah for bringing us together and guiding us here and standing for what is just. What is just is not that we are here and we want to support the Palestinians because they're Muslims or Christians or Jews or anything else. We're here to support those who are oppressed. We're standing shoulder to shoulder with the Palestinians because they are the most oppressed in the world today. If you look at all the oppressed people in the world, you will not find a single society which has to bear such hardships on a daily basis as those that the Palestinians have borne in the last 60 plus years. We are here because we have been commanded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah An-Nisa in chapter 4 of the Holy Quran in verse 75, and it says, and what reason have you that you should not fight in the way of Allah, and of those speak among the men and the women and the children of those who say, Our Lord, cause us to go forth from this town, whose people are oppressors. Give us from Thee a guardian, and give us from Thee a helper. This is why we are here. We're here for the oppressed. It doesn't matter if they're Muslims, Jews, Christians, or whatever. They could be atheists. If they're oppressed, we will support them against those that are oppressing. We're here for the people of al-Quds. We're here for the oppressed people of Jerusalem. We're here to help them by speaking out against the injustices being committed against them, by not just the Zionists in Israel, but also those that support them and those that remain silent. Because in the end, even the silent are with the oppressors. So Bill, free Palestine, Occupation is a crime.
Free Palestine! Occupation is a crime!
Occupation is a crime. Free
Palestine!
Occupation is a crime.
Free Palestine!
Occupation is a crime.
Free Palestine!
Occupation is a crime.
Free Palestine!
Occupation is a crime.
Free Palestine!
Occupation is a crime.
Free Palestine!
Occupation is a crime.
Free Palestine!
Occupation is a crime.
Free Palestine!
Occupation is a crime.
Free Palestine!
Occupation is a crime.
Free Palestine!
Occupation is a crime.
I'll now hand the mic over to Brother Suhail, the old Regina husband.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, around the globe, people are forming a unified voice of protest, a voice of outrage for the crisis in Palestine that just did not die. And after gaining a true understanding of the history of this struggle, how could anyone sit silently without doing anything? What can each one of us do to fight for justice? Not just in Palestine, but all around the globe. Each one of us has the power to make a difference, however small. It is up to us to find our own way to be rightful citizens of the world. We have to stand up for our brothers and sisters in humanity. And this is no different than the Holocaust that took place in Germany. Illegal weapons such as cluster bombs, which are banned by the international law, are being used on the Palestinians. This is not acceptable. We are against oppression. We are against injustice. And look at the situation in Palestine. Most of their land is being taken from them. They are behind huge walls that surround them. This is simply a giant prison. They do not have access to many of the common necessities such as fresh water, electricity, and a quiet place to sleep. These are basic human rights. And when they are protesting that their land is being taken away from them and that their homes are being destroyed, what happens? They are beaten and killed. The Palestinians, on the other hand, throw stones because they have nothing else to show how miserable this situation is. Their lives have been destroyed, and this is their situation for more than 60 years now. We are against the oppression in Palestine and all around the globe. And again, we have to stand up for our brothers and sisters in humanity. We are just asking for peace and for justice. Thank you.
Occupation is a crime from Iraq to Palestine. 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 The next brother who will be speaking is Brother Aziz. And Brother, Allah